Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let's pray into our God Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has been giving us some mercy and blessing so we can attend in this meeting with good condition and happy situation. Secondly, my peace and salutation always be give to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which say Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Okay, we are from Grup. Now I want to introduce to you all. I'm Dietya Vanatami as a moderator and the first presenter, Desmi as a second presenter, and Fajriati Nur as the last presenter. Okay, the material is national culture as a basis of education. Now I want to explain the first material is about conception of national culture. The first culture is the work and result of human creation is changing natures, and the second education can only be different view from a different angle from the point of culture education. Are A. Everything that happened as a result of learning. B. Everything that becomes as a custom or tradition right in society. 3. Everything to be adapted is from generation older to younger generations. The third culture according to Sorokin is divided three levels. A level ideology, B behavior level, and C material level. National culture as the basis of education must reflect all components of the education system, including process and outcomes education. I think that all for me. Thank you for your attention.
B. Function and value of national culture as educational basis. The first function of culture in education include the first developing of the potential of students to be well-behaved person. 2. Improvement, strengthening the role of national education to be responsible for developing the potential of students. 3. Filter, they filter the culture of one own nation and the culture of other nations that are not included with cultural value and value dignify national character. Second, national culture and value. The first, religious. Obedience and attitude behavior in carrying out the teaching in the religion he adheres to is tolerant, the important implementation, the worship of religion that live in the harmony with followers of other religion. Honest. 2. Honest. Behavior based of effort to make himself a person who can always do truth in word, action, and work. 3. Tolerance. Attitude and action that respect differences in religion, ethnicity, opinion, attitude, and action of others who are different from themselves. 4. Discipline, action that show orderly behavior and obey various rules and regulation. 5. Hard work, action that show orderly behavior and obey various rules and regulation. 6. Creative, think and do something to produce a wide or a new result of something that already has. 7. Independent, attitude and behaviors that are not easy to depend on others to complete tasks. 8. Demonstrative, ways of thinking, behaving, and acting that exist the same right and obligation to himself and others. 9. Curiosity, attitude and action that are always trying to find out more deeply to boldly from something that is learned, seen, and heard. 10. National spirit, ways of thinking, acting, and insightful that put the interest of the nation that step above self-interest and group.
C. Implementation of national culture as the basic to education. Cultural education and national character are interpreted as the education that develops cultural values and national character in students so that they have values and character as their own character. Apply these values in their lives as a member of society and the religious citizen, naturalized, productive, and creative. On the basis of the talk, the development of cultural education and national character is very strategic for the sustainability and excellence of the nation in the future. In implementing character education in elementary school, carefully planning is needed. In this case, the Kiona divides into three stages, namely moral knowledge, moral feelings, and moral action. The explanation is as follows. 1. Moral knowledge. Namely, moral knowledge is related to how a person can know good and bad things. The dimensions included in this moral knowledge are the cognitive domain, including moral awareness, knowledge of moral values, courage to take a stand, and self-knowledge. 2. Moral feelings, namely strengthening in the aspect of shaping one's character, including awareness of one's identity, self-confidence, facing the suffering of others, love of truth, self-control, and humility. 3. Moral action, namely moral action which is the result of knowledge and moral feelings. To fulfill this, students must have three aspects of character, including competence, desire, and habit. These three aspects need to possess to direct a person to a moral life, because the three characters will form more maturely. That's all from me. Thank you.